Hello friends. Today let's talk about something very interesting. In your horoscope, you know the most important planet is the Lagnesh, which means the lord of the sign, that is your ascendant. We have to see where the lord of the ascendant is sitting in your chart, right from house number 1 to house number 12. And if that is so, we have to see what would be the effects or the result that you will experience during the dasha or the bhakti, or we call as antardasha of that particular planet. So to understand this, I have taken a lot of efforts. It took me a lot of time, and I've tabulated it. So let's go and see what happens. Now, please understand, I'm talking about these results you will experience during the dasha or bhakti or antardasha of this planet. So this is the chart. You can pause the video if you can. I know my writing is like doctor's writing, so you may have to go take this board to the chemist, I suppose. Anyway, so if your lord of your ascendant happens to be exalted or in its own sign, or it is conjunct with the lord of that house where it is sitting, or it is in a friendly house, or it is in enemy's house, if it is in a sign whose planet is neutral, not friend nor it is an enemy, or what if it is in the bad houses, which we call as bad houses, as 6, 8 and 12. Okay. Now if the lord of your ascendant is sitting in the ascendant and it happens to be in exaltation, it is gain of fortune for you. Again during the bhakti and the dasha and bhakti. If it is in a own sign or conjunct with the lord, then royal favors, comforts and happiness if it is in a friendly house. If it is in an enemy house, you may suffer from worries and weak with your finances. If it is neutral, it's an average, ordinary result that you will find. That means not very good, not very bad, average. But if it is in a bad house, then it is, you will be very unhappy, or even you will have a financial crunch during this period. Now second house, if it is in the second house, which is the house known for wealth, very rich family will prosper if the Lagna Lord is sitting in the second house in your birth chart. If it is in the own sign, then your words are respected and good income during that phase. If it is in the friendly house, wealthy and respected. If it is in the enemy house, it is very little gain of money. That means you will not get good income from anywhere and you will suffer financial problems. If it is in a neutral house, average income will go on. If it is in a bad house, then financial trouble or loss of income is shown over here. If it is in the third house, your Lagna Lord in the third house, which is the house of writing, journalism and marketing and social media and all that, and of a younger sibling. So you can see the birth of a younger sibling. You will do very courageous act. If it is exalted, result in income, success through writing and documentation, you will get success in that. If it is in the own sign, birth of a sibling, wealth through your younger sibling. Religious studies you will do because the third house looks at the ninth house. If it is in a friendly house, you will get success in written examination or any writing work, sports and communication. If it is in an enemy house, you may, because it is communication, due to communication, you may have quarrels and misunderstanding with people, with your siblings, with your friends. If it is neutral, then the average result can be seen then. If it is in the bad house, the same thing, quarrels, misunderstanding with the sibling, dispute, losses due to misdocumentation, or something is wrong with the documentation. You may sign the wrong paper, or you may go for to give a bail to some of your friend, and in that you will get caught up. If it is the fourth house, if your ascendant lord is sitting in the fourth house, and if it is exalted, you will acquire conveyances, landed properties, new house, new vehicles. If it is in your own house, comforts, respect, good friends, domestic happiness is assured. If it is in a friendly house, you have a company of learned people from where you will gain knowledge. If it is in an enemy house, misunderstanding with your mother, the domestic happiness is not there. You may fall off the vehicle. You may fall from a vehicle, or an accident of a vehicle also. If it is average, the results are also very average. If it is the bad house, then loss of comfort, loss of landed properties. You may lose your house also due to something, unhappiness at home or in domestic affairs. If your lord is sitting in the fifth house rules love affairs, rules creativity, rules government jobs, and so on. So royal favors from the government, birth of a child if you are married, government job can come to you, high post jobs can come to you. If it is in his own house, then it is you are respected by friends and relatives. New relationship, you may get into a love affair or something. If it is in a friendly house, then happiness through children, you will worship gods, you will hold a very high post, and love affair again. But if it is in the enemy house, all these results will reverse. Displeasure from superior, from government also, bad name in service, you are caught up into office politics, setback or breakup in relationship as well. If it is a neutral, the lord of that fifth house is neutral with your ascendant, then it is going to be normal, average going. If it is a bad house, loss of a child through abortion, miscarriage, or a breakup in relationship can be seen. If it is in the sixth house, the lord of your ascendant is in the sixth house. Sixth house is about diseases, disputes, legal disputes. It is competition also. Now, if it is exalted, then opportunity you will get in defense, that is army, navy, or whatever you say. Good for sports, success in legal matter. If you are into any competitive exams, you will see over here, if it is in the own house, you may get success in competitive exams. Sports, enjoy good health as well. If it is in his friendly house, success in sports, defense job, competition, examination, and average health. If it is in an enemy house, yes, completely reverse. Legal dispute, you may fall into legal dispute, quarrels with your spouse, cuts and wounds, trouble from government. I have even seen a lot of divorces taking place over here. The dispute goes to an extent. Average, if it is a neutral lord, and if it is a bad house, health, finance and relationship would be badly affected. If it is the seventh house, which is the house of your marriage, life partner, business partner, audience, all these are looked at from the 11th house, and 7th house is also for foreign travel and foreign settlement as well. So foreign travel would be seen, marriage, business ventures, auspicious ceremonies at home, various pleasures in life if it is exalted, if it is in the own house, distance travel for work, business, marriage, and new businesses can be done. You can even get a job in MNC, multinational companies. If it is in a friendly house, you may get married, so marriage, business, and foreign travel. If it is in an enemy house, then you are wandering different places, foreign travels, you will go, you will look for a job, but you may not get a job, or you may find a job which is not of your liking. You may have disputes with your spouse, and there can also be a legal separation as well. Average results shall be seen if it is a neutral sign. If it is a bad, then of course what will suffer is going to be your marriage, your business, your travel may suffer a lot. If it is the 8th house itself is a house of losses, transformation, and it's a very dark house. So I always, sometimes I disagree with lot many astrologers also. And 8th house is always misinterpreted, but 8th house gives you a complete transformation, a sudden loss and a sudden gain also. So if it is exalted, you may even, it is not good for finance, health, but good for a complete transformation. I personally feel that sometimes you may get some unearned money. That means a money which is you have not earned, but you will come. It comes through, maybe you get through out of brokerage, you get out of commission, you get as an incentive, you may get a lottery, or ancestral property comes your way. If it is the exalted or in its own sign, also I see the same thing. Finances could be cut down, but huge transformation, 180-degree shift I see. If it is in a friendly house, it will go very average. But if it is in a bad house or enemy house, then it is a health issues, a very chronic disease also can be. You may suffer from a chronic disease. You may suffer from evil eye. Sometimes I even see people get suffered with witchcraft and what you call black magic. And moderate result can be seen if it is in the neutral house. And you may, the 8th house, the health issues will be there, financial losses would be there, disputes would be there, and dispute with your in-laws also can be seen if the 8th house is in a bad house. 9th house is a house of luck. It's of a higher education. It's about it's called Bhagya Bhav. So wealth from property, riches, and you become famous in whatever you are doing. If it is in the own house, rich, name, fame, charitable deeds you will do a lot. Higher education, if you want to do a PhD or something like that, this is a very good time if the Dasha or Bhakti of the 9th Lord is there, and if it is in his own house, friendly house or exaltation. Then wealth, education, foreign travel, higher learning, all is possible if this is the period going on for you. But if it is the enemy house, then you may have a loss of your ancestral property. You may do some bad deeds, or you may get caught up with something wrongdoing, and father health also may suffer at this time. Moderate results can be seen if the 9th Lord is in a neutral house. Bad results, bad houses, the same result as in for the enemy houses. Same. 10th house is a house of occupation, karma, profession that you're doing. You will get, if it is exalted, you will get name, fame, and higher status, higher rank, promotions. You will be, you will get very influential post if it is in the own house, promotions, good service condition. Same would be the case with if it is in the friendly house. So this is going to be good. But if it is in a enemy house, then it's a bad name in the office. You may get caught up, sometimes you get caught up in doing something wrong in your office. Loss of status, you may be demoted. The office politics, you will be caught up into the office politics, backbiting, and there could be a loss of job as well. If it is, the result would be very moderate, very average if it is in a neutral sign. Same would be the case as in enemy house for the bad house 6, 8 and 12. If you look at the 11th house is a house of income. It is of social status. It is of social platforms. Today we have got Facebooks and all those things, what they call as OTT and all. Fine. Enormous profit in business can be seen if the 11th Lord is in exaltation. Service condition would be very good. Social status will be very good. You will earn money, and the money will come through the help of your elder sibling as well, brother or sister, whoever it is. Gain and favors in all respect you will get if the 11th house is in a friendly house or own house. Okay, good income and status you can see over here. But if it is in a enemy house or in a bad house, then obstacle and in incomes, there will be a lot of hurdles and obstacles, and loss of status and income can be seen. Now coming to the last house, that is the 12th house over here. This is a house of loss, but it is not the loss of money. Please remember that. It is a loss of your own identity, you getting into isolation. You get into isolation when you want to do some research work, and of lately I have seen people start getting into spiritualism, and they get into, you're getting inward, you're getting inside your this thing. So this is a very tricky house. If it is exalted, then foreign travels and jobs in MNCs, divine favors, there would be divine favors on you. Okay. If it is in our own house, then foreign travel, away from home, you will be away from your native place and connected to the divine. Same would be the case if it is in a friendly house as well. But if it is in an enemy house, then you are wandering in foreign lands looking for job. You are completely isolated. You are lonely, depressed, and loss of property is seen over here. Average result can be seen if the 12th Lord is in a neutral house, neutral sign. Same would be for the bad houses. If you will be wandering in foreign land for foreign jobs, so all these things will happen. So friends, this is what is there. If your Lagna Lord, the ascendant, are in different houses, and depending on whether it is in exaltation, friendly house, own house, conjuncted with a good planet or a bad planet, the results would vary, and you need to just make a little bit of modification in whatever I have mentioned here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do like my video, share my video, and click on the notification bell icon if you have still not done so. Thank you so much.